Are you wondering what was the life of a genius named Albert Einstein? Do you want to know what his childhood looked like? Or where did he study and how he earned his Nobel Prize? Then you're in the right place. You are watching Undying Curiosity, and today we will be discussing the life of Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein is a great figure not only in the world of physics. Undoubtedly, the whole world knows his name. But let's look at Einstein's life in more detail. Little Albert was born in Ulm, Bavaria on March 14, 1879. His parents were businessman, engineer Hermann Einstein and Paulina Einstein. He had one younger sister. The family was Jewish, but did not respect Jewish customs. During his childhood he attended a Catholic folk school and learned to play violin. In his school days, he was considered as a slow learner, probably due to dyslexia and shyness. However, more recent theories suggest that Einstein suffered from a disorder called Asperger's syndrome, which is related to autism. Since 1888, Einstein attended the Luitpold Gymnasium, where he received modern education. However, there are false claims that he had problems with mathematics, or even that he failed in mathematics. As this information is relatively widespread, it is not true. The whole misunderstanding about Einstein's problems with mathematics is based on the confusion of the stamping system in Germany with the stamping system in Switzerland. The best mark in Germany is 1, while in Switzerland it is 6. Thus, the reading of the certificate was incorrect. The discipline and order of the German Empire's educational system did not suit Einstein. He did not even try to hide this fact. In addition, his disrespect influenced other classmates. That is why in 1894 he left school with fake medical confirmation from a doctor where was written that his state of health requires peace and that he needs to stay with his family that had in the meantime moved to Italy. He also had a confirmation from his mathematics professor that his knowledge exceeded standards of a grammar school and that he was sufficiently prepared for university. He decided to apply for study at the Swiss Federal Polytechnic in Zurich, today's ETH. He did it despite being only 16, where the required entry age was 18. However, instead of intensive preparation for the entrance exams, he preferred to travel through Italy. Although he did great in the natural part of the exam, the general part was not the best and Einstein was not accepted. 2 years later, he got accepted at the Swiss Federal Polytechnic in Zurich and started his studies. After graduating in 1900, Einstein had problem to find job as a teacher. His requests for assistant positions at various universities were unsuccessful. In 1902, Einstein succeeded in getting a permanent job, a third-class expert at the patent office in Bern. In his first works he created the foundations of modern statistical physics. In 1905 he received a doctorate in physics from the Swiss Federal Polytechnic in Zurich for his new determination of molecular dimensions. In the same year he published 4 of his most important works, formulating quantum light theory, explaining the photoelectric effect, Brownian motion, and many other laws of physics. First of all, Einstein made a significant contribution to the emergence of quantum theory and published his groundbreaking special theory of relativity. In 1909 he became associate professor of theoretical physics at the Swiss Federal Polytechnic in Zurich. Later, when Einstein was in great demand, the Prussian Academy of Sciences in Berlin employed him, where he became director of the Emperor Wilhelm Institute, which was the predecessor of the well-known Max Planck Institutes. In 1916 he published the General Theory of Relativity, which became a unified theory of space, time, and gravity. Confirming this theory was not easy at all. It was necessary to observe total eclipse of the sun, which was almost impossible due to the ongoing World War I. Finally, on May 29, 1919, during a solar eclipse in West Africa, Arthur Stanley Eddington's observing confirmed Einstein's predicted light shift in the sun's gravitational field. Paradoxically, in 1921 he received the Nobel Prize for clarifying the photoelectric effect and contributing to the development of theoretical physics. He then lectured around the world, received honorary doctorates from the world's leading universities, and became a member of many academies of sciences. In protest against Nazism and against racial persecution in Germany, he resigned from his post in Berlin, resigned from the Prussian Academy of Sciences and emigrated to the USA in 1933. Einstein also acquired American citizenship in 1940, while his Swiss citizenship remained within his possession. Shortly before World War II, Einstein wrote a letter to U.S. President Franklin Delano Roosevelt known as Einstein's Szilard letter that Germany was probably developing and owning a new type of bomb and warned them that the U.S. must intensify research in this area. Then the U.S. began to develop a nuclear bomb, known as the Manhattan Project. Thanks to this Einstein initiative, they succeeded in doing so. Later, Einstein fought against the use of atomic energy for military purposes and was pursuing forbiddance of nuclear weapons. Einstein died in 1955 at Princeton. He was a typical distracted and forgetful professor who didn't care much about his looks and his clothes. Einstein loved to play violin. Once he said that if he were not a physicist, he would probably be a musician. He also had a great sense of humor. Einstein had 5 children with 2 women. At a later stage of life he began to be a materialist and a rationalist, rejecting subjective idealism and being against indeterminism. He acknowledged the existence of an external world that the sentient subject should know and shape. Physics, according to Einstein, is to interpret reality in space and time with the utmost completeness. He emphasized mathematical evidence and accuracy as criteria of truth. In the field of theory of scientific cognition, he based his scientific work on experience, but at the same time he claimed that axiomatic claims, categories, and laws could be only reached by thinking. Do not hesitate to leave a comment below. Every feedback is appreciated. If you liked the video, be sure to rate it, and if you don't want to miss new videos, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell button.